What will suffer if your marriage fails? Who will suffer if your marriage fails? If you have not found a purpose that is higher than both of you for that marriage, the exit barrier will remain low. There's a story of an ex-president of one of the major world powers who, the man was committing adultery, sleeping around with people and all of that. And at no time was his wife against him. His wife never came out in public to attack him, never came out against him. His wife stood with him vehemently throughout the whole ordeal, never said anything wrong or anything negative about her husband, who was a president of a major nation and was messing around with ladies. Many years down the line, somebody asked the woman, how come you were able to bear the humiliation? Many marriages will have even ended just because of this level of infidelity and lack of faithfulness from your husband, but you stood by him through it all. Why? And the woman said that many years when I met my husband, at the time we were dating, we had already determined that he will become the president, and that later on in life, years after he has become president, he will also help me to become president. And because we have not fulfilled that vision of both of us becoming presidents, therefore I cannot allow the distraction of infidelity to stand in the way of this vision. Because there is something more than infidelity, there is something stronger than that challenge that we are still yet to achieve, and that is what kept me going to stand by him throughout the ordeal, and therefore that's why we are still together till today. What will suffer if your marriage fails? Or who will suffer if your marriage fails? In my coaching program, one of the modules that will help couples to run through is what we call purpose articulation. Marriage has a purpose that is beyond the two people in the marriage, and maybe that's one of the reasons why many people are suffering and in marriage today, because they are looking for marriage to achieve something that marriage was never designed to achieve, which is their own happiness, their own comfort, their own convenience. Marriage will give you all of that, but that is not the main purpose of marriage. And until you discover a purpose that is higher than both of you, you know what we do when it comes to our work. We wake up every day. Some people wake up 4 a.m., 5 a.m. They're at work. Some people, even those who work from home, you log in hours and upon hours. Sometimes you go to work, your boss is rude to you, your customers are difficult. Sometimes you get queries, sometimes you get blamed for things that are not your responsibility. But guess what? The following day, you are back at work. What kept you going throughout all of those ordeals, throughout all of those simulations, throughout all of those challenges? It is because you know that there is something that needs to drop money at the end of the month or at the end of the week regarding the work that I'm doing. And therefore, because of the expectation of what you are trying to achieve, you are able to bear all of those challenges and overcome them, and you did not allow them to stop you from still continuing to work. It's the same thing with our marriage. If there is not a purpose that is stronger and more important and higher than both of you that ties to your overall fulfillment in life, you may not have a good reason enough for you not to exit that marriage. Therefore, go and sign up for my program right now, Couples Compass, and these and many more are some of the modules that I'm going to be walking you through, so that you also can have a marriage that no storm can stand between you and your spouse. I wish you bliss.